Just for a second. When the lights are low. I don't think that's not the right song. Oh my God, I'm just ready to start singing, and I don't know what the heck is going on, but that's all right. What's going on? This is Robert Anton, your singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I am hanging out on a Saturday. Oh, and I think it's time to make some breakfast. So we're going to have breakfast. We're going to do a mukbang. We might have a little AMA if people come in and want to ask some questions, but keep it family friendly. And I'm posting videos all over the net every day, just about. What did I say? Just about. Definitely every day. But I'm going to check this stream just quickly and make sure that everything looks good. And then I am going to start my noon breakfast. I don't know what I'm going to cook while I'm sitting here. I think I'm going to cook, well, I know I'm going to cook eggs because I usually have some eggs. And I'll probably make some grits and toast. Easy enough. I had French toast yesterday. I think I just have regular toast today. And this is so slow. Why is it so slow? Like yesterday, my internet was like dragging. And then I go to a party down in Brooklyn, long way, an hour and something on the train. And he said that their internet had been dragging. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? Everybody's internet is dragging no matter where they are. Kind of difficult. And it seems like every time I go to upload a video, which is, half a dozen times a day, it says, oh, your internet is slow. But it's not slow when I'm not uploading. So is it because I'm uploading, or I don't know. Or maybe it's because they're putting a gate on me because, I'm using so much data with live streaming and uploading videos. I don't know. But it's getting on my nerves. I'm ready to switch I'm on Spectrum, y'all. And I have been enjoying it. I've had it for 20-something years. The whole time I've been in this apartment, because it's supposedly a month to month, right? You don't have a contract or anything like that. But if you do go and try to, one time I was going to cancel it. Oh my God, they take you through the rigmarole trying to cancel your service. So I ended up staying with them with a little discount. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? I end up staying with them with a little discount, but I'm like, it's getting too expensive. And I think I want to move to something else. I'm thinking about Fios. Yeah, on the Spectrum, baby. Make sure to thumb it up while you're in here. Thumb it up. Thumb it up. So yeah, I'm just checking to see how it looks. How does it look? Tell me down in the comments. What's going on? How are you? Happy Saturday. What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know. I can't see this that well, so I'm going to put on my glasses in a second. But what the guan is snowing. I think it's still snowing outside. I was at a party last night, a karaoke party. I don't think the last time I went to a karaoke party, I got, not last night, but before last night, I got so freaking drunk. I left my sweater at the venue and it was freezing outside, and I don't remember pretty much anything. No, I remember I remember a lot of stuff, but I was having Long Island iced teas, and I literally wasted one, and then he gave me another. I drank and I didn't have to pay for it, and I was so wasted. And it was not all, but I was invited by some singers, and these two girls were in a group together. And I had performed with one of them a few times on some gigs at different, ritzy places. And so yeah, I remember, what songs did I do at that one? I did Your Man. I did Footloose. Those are the only ones I can remember. I'm pretty sure I sung at least 5 songs. So last night at karaoke, everybody said, oh, you're the singer, you got to give us entertainment and that, this, and the other. And I'm like, listen, I came for some entertainment. I want y'all to give me, make sure to thumb it up if you're in here. I got 11 people. I should have 11 thumbs. Okay, it's looking good to me. All right. So yeah, I came for some entertainment, whatever. And I knew what was going to end up happening. I was going to end up kind of, running the system and stuff like that, which I did after a while. But it was so much fun. Like, and being a professional singer, I don't usually do karaoke, because I'm like, I sing all the time and I love it so much, but I don't want to go trying to show out at karaoke. And I didn't show out. I did, it was mostly Spanish speaking people there. So I did Bésame Mucho to start and did my best. Now I've done a cover of Bésame Mucho on my cover channel. It's Our Antime. So I was like pretty sure that I'd be able to do it. But it was like, oh my God, 10 years ago. But it was fun. And then I did Your Man, because I like to do the really low stuff. Someone requested Frank Sinatra. So I did, what's Frank Sinatra? Oh, I Get a Kick Out of You. And what else did I do? I did one other song. I can't think of what it was. But yeah, it was enjoyable. And I got a lot of footage. I put some up on my Facebook. Have a blessed day. There is some face on your nose. Oh, it really? Thank you. In UK, it's 5 a.m. What you doing up at 5 a.m.? You just getting up, or you just getting home from being out? Happy White History Month. Y'all say some of the silliest stuff I've ever heard. Man, I am Pakistani, but we love our black people. They are very attractive, like yours, drip, your style, your positivity, your smile, everything, man. Everything. Love from Pakistan. Thank you, Pakistan. I feel you, my friend. I feel you. I really appreciate it. Yes, I love my people. Let me tell you, because through all that we've gone through, all the terrible stuff, we continue to stay uplifting and positive and creative and enjoying life. When you have to fight through so much stuff all the time, you tend to, take on a certain laissez-faire attitude. Like, forget what people say and what people think. I'm going to do me, I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to prosper. Because you have to speak that kind of thing into existence. I am going to prosper no matter what other people are working against me. I'm still going to keep on keeping on. Hey, can you hear me? Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Now we got 8 people in the room. We should have 8 likes. Yes. So for people who don't know me, for the people who don't know me, I am Robert Anton, singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet. Yes, I'm a multi-hyphenate. New York City is cold and snowy right now. I'm planning not to go outside today at all. But I was out last night at a little karaoke party, and it had big, big windows. It was in a common space in a building, beautiful building. And, it had these huge windows. And we saw it snowing. We all saw it snowing. And I was like, shoot, I need to get myself home, because I don't want to be caught up and it's all this snow out here. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't do too bad last night. It was all right. It was okay. It kept it cute and demure. I am cooking some breakfast. It is noon here in New York City. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Thank you! Oh my God! I didn't even think about that. I didn't think. This is the first time I've had my hair like this. I usually have my hair in braids or twists or cornrows, and it has never been this long enough for me to get a ponytail. But now that you mention it, hide your kids, hide your wife, Antoine Dobson. And now that you mention it, I need to look up his photos and do a video like him, or maybe a side-by-side comparison with my hair like this. That is so funny. That is hilarious to me. Hide your kids, hide your wife. I can't remember the meme. What was the meme? What did he say? They out here raping people. They out here, they hide the kids. I gotta look it up. I do, because that's funny. Let me see. We got a hidden message here. Clap your cheeks. Why do people say that? Ain't nobody clapping no cheeks. You mean like this? Antoine Dobson. That's funny. I didn't even think about that, but I can see it. I can see it with the hair pulled back. I can see that. How you choose what to sing in karaoke. So okay. So since I really don't do karaoke and I'm a singer, I usually try to choose silly stuff, or stuff that's really difficult, or stuff that I don't know if I can do well. Because, I want to be up there doing stuff that I do all the time and being perfect and all that different stuff. So, I do remember what the last thing I chose is. But since the party that I went to was hosted by a Colombian person, he's my mentor. I'm doing creative writing. So he's been my mentor for about 10 years. And so he invited me. And there were like Colombianos there were Puerto Ricans there were, a lot of Spanish-speaking people there. So the first thought was, okay, then I'll try to do a Spanish-speaking song. That's the first song I wanted to do, just kind of to ingratiate myself, let them know that I do be trying. So I did that first. Then I did... And I chose Bésame Mucho. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. And I think it still sounds good, but the Spanish may not be great. And I'm like, oh, y'all need to help me out on the verse, because it's difficult, blah, blah, blah. So then I wanted to I have a karaoke on this page that I made myself from a collaboration I did with a guy from, I think, Brazil. And I wanted to use that karaoke, so I did that. So that's how I chose that one. Then I chose, and that karaoke is The Door by Teddy Swims. And it's a really, really high song, but I had to do it for a show. So, I took down the key, put it in my key, and then, I did it that way. I chose Your Man because it's a low song down in my voice, and it kind of shows off that sexy lower voice. And then somebody requested Frank Sinatra. I did a Nat King Cole song too, because someone was like, oh, you sound like Nat King Cole. You should do Nat King Cole. So I did a Nat King Cole song. I didn't realize I did so many songs. But there were only maybe 7 of us who were singing. And one woman was like this operatic soprano. And she was doing all this Latin material, and it sounded so good. And I knew she was a trained voice. And then she was like, yeah, I had training, but it was long, 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 long ago. And I was like, but I can tell because she still had that support, and when she went for those high notes, she was like, and I was like, go ahead on and sing, girl. Do your thing. Man, I want braids, but I don't know if they suited on me or not. Please suggest me because I am Asian. I would say if you're Asian and your hair will hold in braids, go ahead and do it. Try it out. What's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work and you take it out, or, so do it. I would say do it. And it's very controversial sometimes. People, oh, you should be doing braids because that's a black style. And listen, when it comes to your hair and when it comes to styles, nobody, forget that. It's not, I don't feel like it's appropriation. So, because people from all cultures have done braids over the centuries, including Asian people. You remember that the Asian photos with the women with the hair all down their back, braided all down their back, or even the big braids. Do it. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, C-Stream. Hello, Mazafa. Oh, okay. You trying to give me the curse on here? Black Rhett. Who is Rhett? Is that Crack House? I don't know. No, that's Gospel House. You talking about the music in the background? That's Gospel House. Bro, you look like that one YouTuber, Robert Anton. Hey! That's me. That is moi. C'est moi. C'est moi. Okay, so I'm making eggs. I'm making breakfast. I chopped up some mushrooms and some red and orange peppers, and I'm going to have some grits and some toast. And I know it's afternoon, but I actually got up pretty early to have gone out late last night. But I was doing my social media this morning and doing some cleaning around the house. So I just had like some fruit. I had some grapefruit. I'm looking for some oil. I had some grapefruit this morning with some tea. And I'm not really that hungry either. So, but I know I need to eat because I will forget to eat. If I'm busy, if I'm doing stuff, I'll forget to eat. So I'm gonna make sure that I make my breakfast. Get everything ready. I don't have enough water. What did y'all have for breakfast if you had breakfast already? What did you eat? Start heating up that water. Get my eggs and my toast, my bread. So I was going to get 2 eggs, but I'm just going to have one because this is breakfast. This is the first meal. It's just to get you kicked off, you know, to break your fast. This is going to have a lot of vegetables in it. I usually would put like some onion or something in there, but I'm not going to do that. I always have cayenne in the morning on my eggs. A little cayenne pepper. And some Mrs. Dash instead of salt and pepper. Salt and pepper is so passe. It's so late 1900s. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the chat? You're very welcome, Hussein Khan. Robert, hell no, please do something with your hair. Stop that. I like this. I'm going to eventually do something else with it, but I'm doing something with it now. I got it in a ponytail. See that? Hey! I love it. I'm just, you know what? The only thing is, like, it's new. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 5th decade, and this is the first time that I've been able to get my hair in a ponytail. This is the first time that it's been this long. You know, I mean, when I was in high school, I had like a Jerry curl, California curl or whatever. And so, you know, it was long, it was down, you know, on my shoulder. But like, I wouldn't have even thought to put it into a ponytail because that was very, you know. You know, that was a little soft. But like, it just wasn't my style either. Even now, I think this is a little cunty for me. But I mean, it works. And I think I was doing a video, I did a Brazilian dance, a TikTok dance, and I put on like the little glasses or whatever, I had my little shorts and t-shirt. And when I watched it back, I was like, I look like a Latin. I look like a Latin guy with his hair pulled back. You know, because they always, a lot of times they have all that hair, they put it in a ponytail, because theirs kind of hangs down. Mine's ain't hanging. Look, it's like a little ball. It's not hanging, but at least the hair's not. And stop it, Robert. Cat Williams, that's what you're trying to say, Cat Williams. You are on a live, for God's sake. I am, like, really. I'm on a live. I'm on the live. I am on. I have not appointed any mods. Because I come in here and I just, you know, I mean, granted, there's a number of people coming and going and stuff, but a lot of times I feel like my friggin' lives don't get enough people. You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like I'm entertaining and nice to watch and I have good conversation and good advice, but like, I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're gonna make some grits. Y'all didn't tell me what y'all had for breakfast. I really don't want to go outside today. And I have stuff here I can cook. I have greens and I have kale. I have Boston lettuce. I have rice and vegetables. But I have all these mushrooms, right? And it takes me a long time to finish them, you know, because I usually just have them put a little bit in my breakfast and my eggs. You know, if I cook something that I want to put mushrooms in, I'll do that. But like, I love to make mushroom gravy, so I need to go get me like some lamb chops or something, and then make some mushroom gravy. I love mushroom gravy because then I make a big batch of it. You know, then I have some on the meat, but then like I can put some on my rice and sometime on pasta. Do I put on anything? I don't really put it on anything else. Rice and pasta, sop it up with some bread. You know, just being creative with it. This needs to be cut down. But if my friend has another karaoke party, I am definitely going. He bought this karaoke machine, so I'm sure he's going to be doing a few karaoke parties. And he can also, it's a big projector, you know, and so you project the words on the screen, but you can also watch movies with it. And literally, he can, you know, do all kinds of stuff with it because it shows like your computer screen. And you can just project your computer screen up on the wall. And I'm like, oh my God. I would think I want one, but I don't need that. I guess I could use it like going live or making videos and stuff, but it's too much. It's too much. I'm actually gonna put some cheddar cheese in my grits, have some cheese grits. We cooking up a feast over here. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Da 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 da. We get in here and cook. And the guy made sancocho last night. You know what sancocho is? Anybody know what sancocho is? It's like a Colombian stew with yuca and plantain and potatoes, chicken. Oh, well, he made it with chicken. I guess you can make it with other stuff too. Bunch of spices with corn on the cob. And it was so delicious. I was so full. I literally had one bowl with some rice and I was so full. Of course, I was cocktailing. They were trying to get me to try this dessert. I was like, I can't eat another thing. I cannot have anything else. It was like really, really rich. And I liked it. I was like, maybe I should try to make sancocho. Because every year during the winter, I try to make a few soups. So I've only made one so far this year. About 2 weeks ago, I made a vegetable soup with orzo and lentils. And it's pretty easy to make soups. Once you learn like the basics, it's pretty easy because most of them are just a stock base with like onion and garlic. And then you blanch the vegetables, you know. If you got meat, you might cook the meat and plop it in there. And then you let it stew or let it simmer for 30 to 40 minutes, you know. Maybe add something on top. I added some spinach like at the last 5 or 10 minutes that I was cooking it because I wanted it to be not like disintegrated, but I wanted to, you know, the spinach to be noticeable. Okay, so we got the grits, we got cheese grits, the eggs are almost done. I'm just gonna get a piece of bread, have a little toast. And voila, that is breakfast. Breakfast is served, sir. And what else? Should I make some, well, should I make some hot tea? I have some tea that I put in the refrigerator. And I actually put some cayenne in it with a little honey. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a plate. I love to cook. You know, I'm a creative person, so I like to do creative things. I like to create things. And cooking is a creative art. Because you take all these different things and put them together, you know, and hopefully they come out good, right? Hopefully they come out tasty. But it's so funny that they usually do. Even if you mess it up a little bit, even if you put a little too much something in there, even if you know, it still comes out flavorful. If you know what you're doing, it still comes out flavorful. It still comes out, you know, decent, edible. I can't remember the last time I like destroyed something and it was like so bad that I didn't want to eat it. I feel like it's been decades. But then I can cook. My mom started teaching me how to cook when I was young. I must have been like 5 or 6 years old. The first thing I learned how to cook was a grilled cheese, then eggs and hot dogs. And I'm Gen X, so we were latchkey kids, me and my little brother. My older brother was staying with my grandparents. Okay. And then my great-grandmother started, you know, I was going to church and stuff like that. My great-grandmother, she was the church chef, so she was helping me learn how to cook. And then I worked for a woman that was paralyzed on one side. She had become paralyzed. She wasn't always paralyzed. She had a stroke and was paralyzed. So I used to do things for her. I used to help her in and out of bed, put her on the toilet, back into her chair. Sometimes we would cook. You know, I would help her with her medication sometimes if the nurse wasn't there. She called me up when she needed something, you know, from the grocery store. And sometimes I would spend the night and go to school from work, 12 years old. Oh, I worked for her on and off, not on and off, but you know, just when she needed me for years, or probably 4 or 5, not 4 or 5. I was probably 16, probably, so 4 years, yeah, 4 years. And just run little errands for her, go do some of her grocery shopping. If whoever, you know, was working for her was supposed to be doing whatever job wasn't there, didn't show up, I lived close enough that, you know, I could just run over there in like 15 minutes and help her out. You know, help her put her on the, you know, on the toilet or help her out of bed or anything like that. And I would literally have to lift her out of bed and put her in her chair, you know. And so it was an interesting thing. My mom found me that job. She had found me 2 jobs because I wanted a summer job, but I was only 12 and you had to be 16 in order to get a summer job through the, what was it, SYETP program, Summer Youth Employment Training Program. Through school, to get a summer job, you had to be 16. I was 12 and I wanted a job. So they, of course, did not help me do that. So my mom first found me a job working for a guy who was selling stuff on the street, and it was right outside of her job. She was a security guard at the moment at a liquor store. So right outside of her job, you know, there was a guy selling stuff. So I started working for him. I worked for him like 3 weeks, I think. Maybe 3 months, but I remembered it as like 3 weeks. Maybe it was 3 months, I don't know. But then I quit because he was a tyrant. And I didn't like working for him. So then I still wanted a job. So my mother found me this job with this woman. I've always wanted money. Always wanted money. Whatever I could do. We would go to the grocery store, me and my younger brother, and carry people's bags to their car. You know, or offer to carry people's bags to their car. We would go clean up people's yard. We would go do, clear the snow for people. Do snow removal. All to make a little extra money. And our own money that we could do whatever we wanted with it. Nobody could tell us how we could spend it. And I think we most spent it on junk. Sometimes we spent it on, our bikes or something like that. To trick out the bikes or whatever. But I don't ever remember like having to buy clothes or anything like that for myself when I was that young. It was usually just stuff that like I wanted, like, I don't know. Me loving music, I actually used some of my money to join the Columbia Record and Tape Club. And I know most of y'all don't know nothing about that. But you could get like the offering was like you got, let's say 12 pieces of music. I'm gonna say it that way because y'all don't even know. When you talk about tapes, when you got 12 tapes or albums or whatever for a penny, and you paid for shipping, and then over whatever period of time, you had to buy, let's say 6 more at full price. But then they always had discounts too. So like you buy one and like you got a discount on the second one or sometimes the third one. And I bought so much music back then. And people that I had never heard before. Simon and Garfunkel. That's how I discovered Simon and Garfunkel, who I love. Michael Jackson, I got Michael Jackson, of course, Prince, Sly and Family Stone, the Pointer Sisters. Hey, Liam George, what's up? Thank you so much, my friend. I don't know why it hid your message. Ain't nothing bad about that. Nothing ain't bad about that at all. We're having a little mukbang with Robert Anton and an AMA, but keep it family friendly. And this is breakfast. We got some eggs. We got some grits. Piece of toast with a little honey on it to start the day. I already had some grapefruit and some tea. And doing my social media posting. The first thing I wanted to do this morning was post on my Facebook for my friends and stuff to see a little karaoke party, because they know that I sing and that I don't really go to karaoke. I'd be like, I do this professionally. Why I'm going to karaoke? But it was fun. The only thing is, as a professional singer, you don't want to be, I don't want to be, I don't want to say anybody else, but I don't want to be seen as like showing off, you know? So I do really laid back material and stuff like that. I did. But at least like 2 of the songs that I did, people were like, oh, what's that song? And they wanted like to get the information and stuff like that so they could look it up. And that's always I think that's always a good feedback that you did a song well, that they're like, oh, I really like that. Like, I want to hear more of it. It was The Door and Your Man. They were like, what song is that? Now, I did take down one song because I want to do a TikTok video to it. It's called La Flaca. And it's by, I can't say the guy's name. I think of it as Javier, because that's what it sounds like. But it actually means in Spanish, oh God, how could I forget? Oh, it means cough syrup. It means cough syrup in Spanish, so that's his name. And it's on my phone, so I can't look it up right now. But I'm gonna find that video because I want to do a TikTok to it. There's one point in the song where like it sounds like somebody's playing that guitar, but that it's like they're pumping something. You know, it's like they're thrusting. So I want to do that on TikTok. And I try not to do really nasty stuff, but suggestive I think is good. Suggestive is interesting. And if I'm playing like if I'm acting like I'm playing the guitar while thrust into the music, that's suggestive. I don't think that's nasty or, you know. Maybe some people find it sexy or whatever. But it's open to interpretation. And I would want to put on a costume like, I have some stuff here, but like Bootsy Collins, you know, the big glasses. That's my thought. I don't know how much I've got here that I can make that happen, but I'll get as close as I can, you know, to the look that I want, and then go and shoot the video. And like you go through all of this stuff sometime for these videos, and it might take you 20, 30 minutes to get together, get everything you want, and the video is like 10 seconds long. It's so funny, but it's creative, and you got those juices flowing, and you're thinking about this, and you're thinking about how it's gonna, for me, I'm thinking about how it's gonna look, how I'm gonna frame it, how I want the lighting, how I want, you know, how I want it to come across. Now, somebody may interpret it totally different than I, you know, am thinking about it. But my job, I think, as a content creator, is to get my vision out there, and then, you know, people interpret it the way. But that's anything that you do. You know, if you make a song, if you write a poem, if you write a story, you have your idea of what it's about. But it might touch somebody else in a different way. You know, they may get something totally different out of it than you expected. And that's why I like being in my creative writing class, which I've been in for at least 10 years. Because when you workshop a piece, people often tell you, oh, this reminded me of so-and-so, and I really felt this, and I really, you know, this made me think of, and this was pulling at my, you know, my memories of da-da-da-da. You know, so you get all of this feedback some of it's technical, but a lot of it is emotional. And that's what you want to figure out. I think as a creator, as a writer, as a poet, as, you know, anyone who's got a product that they are trying to sell to the public or trying to get the public to be interested in, you really want to touch deeply their inner emotions. Yes, ooh, that's really good. Oh, you sound so great. It's fine. But when you touch somebody, when you make them laugh, make them cry, it reminds them of a person in their life, of something that happened to them, that's when you have created a piece of something that's important. You know? At least I think so. And my thing in really studying my craft of writing is try to find those things wherever I can, and then have a little, you know, I call it bag of tricks. But it's not necessarily tricks, it's just ways to get into someone's emotion. I'm talking more than eating. I should be eating. And I actually need to make a video, but it's like 10 seconds of you doing something. We're not really looking at the camera or anything like that, just doing something. So for like 10 seconds at least. Mmm. 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 I am not joking, y'all. This food is so good. I was convicted once for aggravated battery and got 3 years of probation. Am I legally allowed to own a 9mm in Texas? I have no idea. That's something you got to look up. I have no idea. But knowing Texas, yeah, you might have no problem. Texas, I think, has really lax gun laws. I've never owned one. I never felt like I needed one. And I've traveled to hundreds of cities. Gone out all times of the night to clubs and parties. Come home at 3, 4, 5 in the morning in places that people say are dangerous. And had no problem at all. None. Didn't feel threatened, didn't feel scared. Nobody attacked me, nobody robbed me. And I'm blessed. Very much blessed. I always feel like angels have been watching over me since since my mom died when I was 12. And she probably has been watching over because I've had no problems. All different kinds of cities. South America, Asia, Europe, India. And I know India is a part of Asia. And never had problems. I remember I was in Colombia, in Bogota. Again, supposed to be really dangerous. Me and the person I was dating, it was my lover at the time, we went out for drinks or whatever. And then he was like, okay, I'm going home. Because he didn't really like good clubs and stuff like that. And my whole reason for going to the city was to go to the largest club in the Western Hemisphere called Theatron. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll see you later. And we did this quite often, you know, because I'm a party boy, or have been a club kid. He went back to the hotel. I went on to the club. Middle of the night, downtown Bogota. No problems, none. Walked the street for a while before I went to the club. Trying to find some of the places that I had looked up in the gay rags. And I did, I found a few of them. But like a lot of them were right around the corner from the club. We went to this little shopping, it was kind of like a shopping mall, outdoor shopping mall kind of thing. And literally there was club, or bar, you know. And we went to one, had a cocktail, we went to another, had a cocktail. I think we might have went to one and walked out because it really wasn't our vibe. But no problems. Never needed a pew-pew. And you can't travel with them anyway. Can't take them on the plane. So what good are they gonna do you? I mean, I understand people having one at home to protect their house, especially if they have kids. But outside of that, I don't see the need. Most states you can't carry it around, you know, there's not open carry. So you can't have it on you legally. I don't know how long I've been in here. But it's been long enough to cook and eat. The Robert Anton music playing in the background. I worked with this Indian guy on this song. And we called it Show Love. We never finished it. And I knew it was gonna end. Where's my we never finished it. But I still use the instrumental. You know what I have to do? I have to mail this woman. And I should do it while I'm thinking about it before I forget. I put out a call in a Facebook group for some producers. So I need to and I can't do it on here. I think I need to do it on my phone. Maybe. Let me see though. Let me see. She answered me back. Right, there we go. At least my internet is moving a lot faster than it was yesterday. Oh my God, it was so slow yesterday. I was so frustrated. Okay, let me see if I can. No, I want to find her and message her. Something went wrong. What went wrong? So I just text her, this is Robert Anton, let's chat about the idea I have. And two people that I wouldn't mind working with answered me. Actually, 4 people answered me. I said, vocalist looking for producer, working on 2 projects specifically for social media. Post samples here. Very clear, concise. And what I need to do is, I don't know how to do it on my iPad though. I know how to do it on my laptop or even on my phone. Let me see, let me find her again. Let me find that again. I get an error sign. Like, what the heck is going on? I do not like when this happens. There was an error in sending your message. Why? Oh, there it is. Okay. Posted. All right. Good. And I don't know if I'm gonna recopy this, copy. I'm gonna delete it. Okay, now it's being a little temperamental, but I think that's pretty normal. And repost it in case he did not see it. Okay, that posted. Okay. You got to follow up. Always follow up on things because you never know where it's going to lead. And if it doesn't lead anywhere, then, at least you did your due diligence, what you were supposed to do. If that doesn't work out, I'm probably going to post it again. Or post something similar. Because I'm really looking for people. I have 2 new songs or song ideas. And one I actually have, I don't know if it's finished, but like I've done the chord work for it and everything. And I want to post, I think I'm going to post a short clip with me playing the piano on my stories. So that would be my Facebook, IG, and TikTok stories. Because they disappear. So I'm sure somebody could tag them or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Or save them or record them. But I don't care. They say if somebody steals your stuff and it becomes popular, that's what you want to happen. Because once it becomes popular, then you get that money. You just take them, you don't even need to take them to court. Most of the time, you can talk to their publisher and be like, look at here. I have my receipts. I did so-and-so and so-and-so and so. And boom, boom, boom. So give me my credit, give me my coin. Then if they don't agree, then you take it to court. Woo! This Billy Porter video on YouTube is it's just going crazy. 23,000 views. That's a lot for Elmo. Okay. Those are big views for Elmo. So, am I gonna wash the dishes? Let me see. Let me see if I'm gonna wash dishes over here in this piece. Does the lighting look good like this? I think it's still pretty good. No, I got 2, 3 little dishes. I ain't gonna wash this. I'll keep that in there, boy. And wash it after dinner. Basically put them on top of the stove and then go about my business. Sometimes I put it in the stove. or in the refrigerator. I ain't got room in the refrigerator right now because I got 2 big things of greens. I had 2 big things of greens, some kale and some Boston lettuce. Okay, so right now ain't nobody really in here, so this might not be offensive. This wasn't a bad live. People jumped in and stayed for a few minutes. I really appreciate that. This is Robert Anton, your singer-songwriter, actor, author, poet, coming up on 54 minutes. And so an hour is good. So I can do an hour over here, and then I can go over to TikTok and do like a half an hour. And then I will be done with my live streaming for the day. And I say for the day because, like, I'm kind of trying to treat this as like a little side hustle. So, I'm trying to get my numbers up and stuff like that, so I can make a little coins out of this girl. And it takes a lot. I got 3K views left to go before June, because I know in June, that's when my big videos were, in June. So we don't want those to disappear. I need to find this song. I need to find 2 songs right now. I have like 3 or 4 videos ready to make. I do. They're ready to be made. Like, I've got the ideas and stuff down, but I just haven't done them. Well, I got the third idea yesterday, but I have an idea. I should do this one today. I should do 2 of them today. That's what I should do. So I could do that one. I just got to get 3 clips of me doing things. And then that one is of me singing. I could do that one. I already posted that one. I don't know if you have seen this video or you understand it, but let me know if you see it. I'm just doing this. Let me know if you see it and you understand it, and comment on the video. I am shocked that it's got almost 2K views with no explanation, which is interesting to me. And I already did 2 more videos like that, and I'm planning on putting the next one out Friday and then the third one out the Friday after that. You know, because I want to see how they do, and I want to see, and I might do it a little faster, but I don't know. I got to put up the explanation first. And that's the second part of the video. I'm going to see how that goes. So, yeah, anyway, we are running up on 56 minutes. This is Robert Anton. I'm going to say goodbye again. I am out. Peace. Take care of yourself. Have a great rest of the weekend. Now, how do you cut this thing off?